Hey there, everybody. I'm Heather, and I'm your fucking cheerleader. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome to Above the Fray, where I talk about all things about the journey of love within and extending it out in the world. And if you're new to this series, I'm your fucking cheerleader. This is generally where I give you a little bit of a new perspective, of love, support, and a little bit of listening. Today I am on top of Monte Pedroso. This is actually a place where St. Francis used to come and pray when he did his pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela way back, I want to say in like 1239 or something like that. And as St. Francis did his pilgrimage up here, he would spend time up here on the mountain. He would come up here for quiet contemplation. And that's what I'm doing here today. And the one thing that came to me during my quiet contemplation and in my prayer was love. And as a side note, I know this is called I'm Your Cheerleader, but and my energy is a little bit subdued. It's because I'm super, super grounded and peaceful right now. I have shoes off, barefoot, getting super grounded, and so my energy probably reflects that. And as I was contemplating about love, the one thing that came to mind, this is funny because I was watching the other day, I was watching, you know that first scene out of Rent where they're singing 525,600 minutes, you know that song, Seasons of Love. And the song is about how do you measure love? How do you measure the value of what you did in a year? You know, how do you measure it? And it made me think about how do we measure our success and how do we measure love? And this is especially important as we reflect on the end of the year, right? And we look at what we did over the last year. Like, how do we measure our success? And how do you measure the love that you've experienced over the last year? And I know in my work, you can't really measure love. I talk about love in leadership, and you can't really talk about that. You know, it's like, where's the ROI in love, right? And some of that nonsense. The ROI is there. It's just not quantifiable. It's an intangible. You guys, look. I've never seen a bunny up here. Holy shit. Sorry, I totally had a Disney moment. I haven't seen a bunny ever in the 3 years of living here in Santiago, and it just made me really, really happy. And it just like darted up the trail. It was so cute. I just saw its little puffy tail. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. I want to go chase it and play with it. But no, I'll let it be. But back to love. So this is kind of funny because this is a moment of love and joy. Obviously, you can see how incredibly gobsmacked I am by just seeing a bunny in the small things, right? And in my experience, moments like that are all around us. We just have to open our hearts up to them, and that's the hard part. It's the opening our hearts up. And it's funny because you know what song I have in my head now? Do you remember Mary Tyler Moore? Love is all around. You know, you're gonna make it after all. But there's that, you know, love is all around, no need to fake it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You know, that. Love is all around. We just have to open our hearts up to them. And that is the invitation of today. And I know that it's not easy because it's hard to open up your heart sometimes. And in my experience, you know, especially if you've dealt with a lot of disappointment, if you've dealt with people letting you down, you know, I've dealt with that myself. And, you know, honestly, as a response to all of that disappointment, all of that grief, I just locked that shit up and it's, locked my heart up, and I just threw away the key. And it's very, very difficult to come back to that place of openness and trust. But you have to, in my experience, again, go through that process of letting go. And if you show that willingness of letting go, you'll just open up little by little, and you'll have those joyful moments when bunnies just come out of nowhere. All right, I'm still really amazed by that. I hope I caught that. That's your invitation today as you reflect on the year. So go forth, create, and I'm sending you love, I'm sending you healing, sending you light. And if you like this video, definitely I invite you to subscribe, become part of the Soul Tribe. I invite you to comment and feedback. You know the drill. This is YouTube. Let's get real. But thank you. And go forth and create.